Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. It's Jules Craft Room and this is Crafty Catch Up episode 20 and it's the 7th of December 2022 and hasn't time flown. I'm not doing Vlogmas this year, I just haven't had the time, but I thought I'd come on and do a catch up. I have recently done this Merry Christmas pack and I thought I'd give you a closer look. So what I actually did, I did a tutorial on it, but what I actually used is these wooden letters that I picked up at one of these sewing and knitting shows a couple of years ago, and just sort of ink painted them and stuck them on there with a bit of I think it's PV glue, yeah, it's just a little fun thing to do, easy, and it doesn't cost much money as well if you've got one. And I just done it, and of course I called it, instead of Merry Christmas, I called it Merry Craftmas. So the other thing I made was the cone Christmas tree, and I found the pot. I think I'd had a plant given to me years ago, and I just stuck it in the greenhouse. So I found the pot in the greenhouse, and the cone I had, it came with I think a pack I ordered from Dandelion Designs. So I decided to make the cone, and I used this twine to go round and round, and then this ribbon I just machined all the way along in the middle, gathered it, and that made sort of like a ruffle. And then I cut out the gingerbread man, and he's just edged all the way around, and I think I did some eyes and some black for buttons as well. And the star was from that I made when I was going to make my wreath, my Christmas wreath, and I'd made 5 stars for it, and I haven't finished the Christmas wreath, so I thought that star will go lovely on there, so I just tacked it on there. So yes, that's my cone. This was just a flower I had and a bit of lace. So yeah, Christmas cone. So and that's going there at the moment. So yes, so I've had a bit of happy mail. I wanted to do some chocolate fish for my husband to go in his advent calendar, or even a little sweetie bag at Christmas. And I ordered these, and I'm sure I must have measured them, but anyway, the ones that come are absolutely massive, the amount of chocolate that would go in there. So I don't know if I'll be using those, but he's into koi fish, so maybe I'll get my daughter to make some cake pots out of it. That way you put chocolate and then you put a bit of cake mixture in between, and that would fill it up so it wouldn't be all chocolate, otherwise I think it'd be ever so rich. So yes, I might get Sweet Things by Amy to do that. The other thing I got was, you know, I talked about doing a tent to go underneath Ben's bunk bed, a bed tent. Well, and I was going to order some space fabric. Well, that has come, and I've got 3 meters of this space fabric, and isn't it lovely? So there. So it was quite expensive. I think it came to £33 for the 3 meters, so it's not cheap. I think they probably could buy a bed tent for that price, but it was only plain blue and they wanted space themed, so that's why. So I'm making that for Christmas for him, so I need to get on and do that. I think I'm going to use the net wire and put a channel at the top and the bottom, and put the wire through to go at the side, so that'd be a fixed panel, and then the panel, the main long panel, I'll just have the wire at the top, and then I'll have a slit so we can get in the tent. So yeah, so that I need to get cracking with. What else have I been doing? I was finishing off a cardigan that I'd started in the summer for my granddaughter Aurelia, and she's going to be 1 at Christmas. And this was, I think it was 6 to 12 months, but I'm sure it's pretty big because it's come up big. And in the pattern, if I can find it, the pattern, I was doing this one here, which is this one but with a crew neck. I had lots of flowers all over it, and I didn't want to put all the flowers over it because I thought that was too much. So I've just done some token flowers. See what you think. I didn't do them on the sleeves, I've just done them on the front. So just some token flowers. And like you can see, I think it's quite big. I think it'll do up to 18 months easily. It's come up quite big, this one. I love the edging at the bottom. When I did this, because when you knit it, it comes to about here, and it looks a bit of a mess. And I was thinking, well, that don't look like the picture. And then, of course, when I read the instructions to make it up, I realised that you folded it over, and where it had the holes along there, that gave it the pico look. So yes, it looks really pretty edging. Makes it a bit bulky, especially around the buttons. That's the only thing. It's lucky that I don't know if I'd make it for a younger child who's going to be sleeping in it, but it's because it is bulky. But yeah, so of course once I made that, I thought, well, it'd be nice if I could make a dress. So I hunted around my scraps and I found this piece of fabric, and it must have been a length of about, I would say it was about this wide, and it was about 2 meters long, so it was an offcut. And I thought, oh, I might make, which I've made before, Simplicity 8304, I think that's it, 8304, this little dress here, which I had made before out of, if I can find a picture, I'll put it up here. It was the black and white stripe with a little bunny on it. And I made that for my granddaughters, when the other 2 older granddaughters, when they were younger. And I made it out of stretch fabric. Because what I got confused, because when I was reading fabric needed, of course it lists the fabric for the leggings, and it said stretch fabric only. So of course I thought, oh, stretch fabric. So when I did the bunny one, I bought stretch fabric, because when I went to cut it out, I realised that you didn't have to use stretch fabric for the dress. And they had, it had, like at the back, it had the button plaque at the back. Well, of course you don't need that if you've got stretch fabric. So I did what I did with the stripy one, where I just cut out on the folded it over where the buttons would have been, cut out on the fold there, so that I had a back piece with no buttons. And so far, this is what I've done. And then I've used the fabric itself to go around the neckband. So this is what you can see, and this is the fabric. And I thought that matches quite well with the jumper. So this is the fabric so far. So this is the top of it. And like I say, I was really tight for material. So if you look, you can see that I had to join it here and here on the sleeves. But I don't think it will matter. And I've just got to add the skirt bit on. So I've stopped now because I was going to buy her an outfit as well anyway, a shop one. And then I can offer up this and see if I'm getting the size right, and also the length of the sleeves. So yes, I've got to do that. So, but I'm really pleased with that. And I used the overlocker to do all the seams inside, and where I did the neck, I did a very elongated zigzag on the sewing machine, just so it had a bit of stretch. I think I did it 2 in length and 2 in width, and I did the zigzag, and that's given it so that'll go over her head fine. But yeah, so as you can see, no button plaque at the back, straight across, but it is stretchy, so it should just go over her head. So I'm really pleased with that, and that was just out of a bit of scrap of fabric which I thought actually matched the cardigan, and this is just a square really, this bit, so I need to sew it together and gather it. I think it's this way. Sew it together and gather it, and then that will be the bit that goes at the bottom. So and then the dress will be finished. So I've got to do that. I did revert to my Tilly in the Buttons stretch book when I was looking how to do the neck bit, and that did help me decide to do this zigzag stitch. It suggested it, so that was quite good. What else have I been doing? I'll just check my book. So that is my plans, mate. I'm also, oh, and I went out for Christmas meal with some of my friends, and my friend, she obviously knows me well because she bought me this little trinket to go on your car keys, and isn't it gorgeous? And look what it's got is it's got a pair of scissors, it's got a tape measure, so a pair of scissors, tape measure, it says I love sewing, and then it's got a sewing machine. So I think that's absolutely gorgeous. I was really chuffed with that. I thought, oh, well, how thoughtful. Really nice. So I'm really pleased with that. So I'm going to put that on my key ring. What else have I been doing? I've been trying to make these, well, not try, make these some Christmas tree napkins. And got some bits of paper. I've done lots of different sizes, different way of folding them. So I plan to do a tutorial on it. And I've even got a mini one for the grandkids. So the main one, I've got two ways of folding it, and I haven't decided which. See, they're slightly different. This one's got more folds in it, so I haven't decided which way to do that yet. So, and then I've done a smaller version for the 5-year-olds, and they've got less folds in theirs, so I didn't want to make it too complicated for them to have to put it back together again. And then I've got an even smaller one for the 1-year-olds, and theirs is tiny, and there's not so many folds in that. But I haven't decided on the folds yet, so I keep folding it different ways, trying to decide which way I'm going to go for. So yes, I haven't decided yet. I think, see, there's several different ways. This one's got an extra fold in it so that the green comes over, and then it makes it slightly narrower. So I think I'll probably go for this one on the adult one, because it looks quite symmetrical with the green, then green, then green again, and then green at the bottom. The children's ones, that's got 3 greens in it. So, and then this little one has just got 2 greens. So yeah, so I haven't decided yet, so I'm messing about with that, and when I finally decide, I'll let you know. So what else? I think that's about it really. It's been pretty hectic round here, what with Christmas and obviously everyone having colds and things like that. And I've been enjoying watching all the Vlogmases and seeing what was in the Crochet Society box, advent box, because by the time I decided I was going to do it, they'd sold out anyway. That really went quick. But so I didn't get around to doing that, but I wouldn't have had time anyway, so it worked out well. I can't think there's anything else. Yeah, so I think that's about it really. So thank you very much for joining me, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.